Alright, well welcome back to 996. The Howl. Leave it up to the NHL where 3-on-3 overtime and the shootout makes for an entertaining game. But man, what a miserable regulation game for a Coyotes perspective, other than Vejmelka, where the J is silent, playing on his best Darcy Kemper impression about 2.5 weeks earlier than Halloween. He was outstanding. He has his glove side on the opposite side to other normal goalies, sort of like Louis Dominguez setup. I'm sure there's other goalies around the league. It's rare, but always good to point that out when a new goalie starts in the NHL. He kept the Coyotes in the game for as long as possible until the shootout, where you can't really blame him for the shootout. But he played awesome. It was great that the coaching staff put him in a situation where he could excel as his first NHL game. I remember Rick Tocchet did not share the same philosophy, throwing in Ivan Prosvetov against the Vegas Golden Knights when there's other California teams he could have started Prosvetov against. But that was a bad game for the Coyotes. I felt like the whole game the Coyotes couldn't generate any momentum or sustain any offensive pressure. They were always on their heels, outplayed by the Buffalo Sabres the whole game. The overtime was pretty even. Best forward grouping was Dzingel, Larson, and Ladd. Great to see Ladd score a goal. I like him. I like Ladd. He does things well. He's a big body, noticeable. Battles along the boards and the corners. Digs pucks out of scrums. Boyd, first game as a Coyote, looked good along Kessel. I need Schmaltz and Keller together. Boyd was with Keller. Not sure if I said Kessel there, but it was Schmaltz and Kessel and Keller and Boyd. I want Schmaltz and Keller together. I felt like they had a great game against Columbus. Even on the power play, the new coach, Andre Turini, separates Keller and Schmaltz. He also has Chychrun on the second power play unit. I want Chychrun on the first unit with Keller. I need Keller and Schmaltz on that power play. You can't have Fisher and Krause on PP1. Seems a bit redundant to me. It's best to separate them. Yaskin and Roussel were scratched, and in their place, like I said, Boyd and O'Brien, who was very invisible. It took me a while to retrieve that name. On the defensive side, Gostisbehere and Soderstrom were a terrible pairing. Hemmed in their zone a lot. Whenever they were hemmed in their zone, it was always that pairing. Giving up breakaways, misassignments in the middle of the ice. Soderstrom did not have a good game. I really liked his game against Columbus. I'm not sure who to blame, Soderstrom or Gostisbehere, but the coaching staff did separate them in the second period a bit, and it looked like Soderstrom was still having trouble in his own end. So I'll put the blame on Soderstrom. I would not be surprised to see Soderstrom sit for the home opener on Monday against St. Louis in favor of Pervolnev, where he'll get his first Coyotes start. You should expect a lot of changes night in and night out, just like from Thursday to Saturday. We saw Yaskin and Roussel out to Boyd and O'Brien back in. It's going to be a lot of that until there's chemistry and a groove sets in. We saw chemistry with Dzingel, Larson, and Ladd. I expect that line to stay together. They're generating some offense. The Coyotes did not test Tokarski at all. The shot totals were very low, very disappointing for such a terrible goalie like Tokarski. They should have handled him like the Blue Jackets handled Carter Hutton. Tokarski didn't even make any desperation saves. Barely any odd man rushes in favor of the Coyotes. They had one near the end of the third with Schmaltz and Kessel, but that didn't even turn into a shot on goal. So it was just, a type of game where it was just always uphill. Felt like the Coyotes never kicked it into gear, never really got the juices flowing. There was absolutely no magic. Except the Milkman, as Matt McConnell calls Vejmelka. The Milkman is a great nickname. I'll stick with that. But other than him, it ends there. That was the only bright spot of the game. They get a point, and we'll see how they fare at home, hopefully in front of a filled-out arena with the crowd, unlike what we saw in Buffalo. So that's it for me. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, spread the word. And as always, thank you for your support.